What's going on, guys? This is Darth Dividend. If you guys are new to my YouTube channel, make sure you subscribe and hit the notification bell so you don't miss future videos. So a lot of people ask me about Prospect Capital, about this business development company. It's a very popular stock on Robinhood now. I think from what I read, Robinhood stock, top 10 Robinhood stock right now, very popular. And it's a monthly dividend stock. It's part of the business development company's category, like Main Street Capital. I apologize, I'm washing clothes if you hear anything in the background. And everybody's asking me about this Prospect Capital, if it's a stock to buy. And I'm going to be honest with you, no. I'm going to be honest with you, no. I'll say that one more time, no. Stay away from Prospect Capital. If you look at the dividend history of Prospect Capital, it has gone down. Now, I made a previous video on this. Maybe you can classify that as clickbait, but Prospect Capital is not a very good stock to invest in. One, if you look at how it's done against the S&P. Two, over time, if you had a Roth IRA in these guys and you put money in, I'm going to say 10 years ago, you'd be hurting. So the thing is, you have to be smart when it comes to investing in dividend stocks, and you have to study the history of the dividend. So you have to analyze the dividend. You have to look at the stock, look at its history. And as a business development company, guess what? Its dividend is having some issues. So you have to understand that certain stocks, some of these monthly dividend stocks are all of a sudden going to quarterly dividend stocks, which raise huge red flags. And business development companies sometimes struggle. One of them that I'm invested in, it's hurt a little bit. Maybe it'll do better over time, is Gain. Another stock that I am doing very well in is Main Street Capital. And I really like the way I have improved on my dividend investing capabilities and the way I have evaluated stocks. So honestly, with you guys, I would be careful with Prospect Capital. The stock is not strong. It is not an attractive stock. Now, don't get me wrong. I mean, I want to see these guys do well as a business development company. Them and, what are the other ones that there's a few of them out there. I put money in a junk bond. JQC, that one's going down too. About a year ago, just for monthly dividends. That wasn't a good idea. I was lucky I made like $10 out of it and then got rid of it and threw it in O. But some of these business development companies you got to be really careful with. Just because the dividend yield's high. Now, look, I just made a video on AT&T with a 7% dividend yield, but it's AT&T. Look at how stable they are as a company compared to Prospect Capital. Now, if you look at the rules for a business development company with taxes, that's another thing. They have to basically pay. And my understanding is they have to pay people so that they don't have to pay like a penalty. It kind of reminds me of a real estate investment trust where they give their money back to the investors, so they really don't take a beating, on taxes. So I see some of you guys are on here. Feel free to give me a comment about Prospect Capital. But I am not feeling it with Prospect Capital. I'm just wondering what you guys see with Prospect Capital. If you guys are on here, feel free to comment. But I'm going to be very brief, like less than 5 minutes on my comments and my review, because I'm just doing a quick follow-up with Prospect Capital, and that is a stock that you should avoid. Just because the dividend is very attractive does not mean that it's going to be a good stock. So be careful. They call it a yield trap. If a stock is giving more than 10% of its dividend distribution, be careful. Study the stock before you make the call. QYLD is a stock that I own. They're doing actually pretty well. but they're a little up and down. Eventually, LTC could be better than them as a monthly dividend stock. So I'm extra careful when it comes to certain monthly dividend stocks. You guys need to as well. Bonds right now are better than Prospect Capital. We really don't. I mean, if you compare Prospect Capital compared to a bond actually is in a lot better shape. If you want a stable bond, look at the symbol BND with Vanguard. I mean, that's a better one than Prospect Capital. I mean, I want Prospect Capital to improve, but it's just they're not looking too hot. Same with Capital Finance. I mean, these business development companies, they're so up and down. I mean, it sucks to see those stocks or those companies not do too hot, but that's kind of what happens with these guys. I'm in, if you guys are new, just on here, I'm in Main Street Capital. Those are some really good business development companies, in my honest opinion. Again, I'm not a financial advisor, but you guys on Robinhood got to be careful with Prospect Capital. The symbol is PSEC. You just have to be careful with Prospect. And, when it comes to investing, especially if you have a Roth IRA, it's not a very attractive stock. So I'm just actually having a beer, just finished my exam, and I'm about to go to bed and start my shift tomorrow early. Welcome to grad school. But you have to be careful with, being a dividend investor and investing in your future. So always, I'm telling you guys, always study the stock history. Look how it's done against the S&P. Look if it's raised its dividend. Look and see if it's in demand. So really, you have to be very cautious when it comes to Prospect Capital. So I'm going to get off. Again, if you guys are new to my channel, make sure you subscribe. Hit the notification bell so you don't miss future videos. I'm like beat tired. It's been a long week. And I got to just keep on plugging away. I'm going to post more videos. I'm doing pretty well with this channel. We're at 3,000 strong. You guys have been fantastic. One more thing. So before I get going, this channel again is focused on dividend investing. I like posting my stock and dividend analysis videos for you guys on here because I don't want you guys getting into yield traps like Prospect Capital. I show you guys what I invest in because I think it's important for you guys to see what's out there. Some hot stocks, some stocks that aren't that good. You guys can find me on Twitter. I'm very active on Twitter. I'll make a few tweets here and there, add some humor and stuff. But I'm Darth Dividend on YouTube. I'm probably going to be changing my name as well on Instagram to Darth Dividend on YouTube because I'm a lot more active making posts on social media. I'm also on Reddit as Darth Dividend on YouTube. I try to post about 2 videos a week. So that's kind of my goal. I kind of do like a vetting process or like real talk like this. I'll go live and show you some videos that I have on certain stocks or some stocks that I see that are hot there right now. So I kind of keep it real when it comes to investing. And if you have better options, feel free to comment on my wall or my section. I'm really excited to see how you guys do. I see some of your posts on Twitter that you have or your tweets that you have. And a lot of you guys have done phenomenal this past year. I think I'm up like 30-some% on my portfolio, and things are looking pretty good. The future's bright for my portfolio. I hope the same is for you guys. And you guys have a good weekend. It was a pleasure to post this video. You guys have been hounding me on Prospect Capital. I am not a fan of Prospect Capital. If I were you guys, I would avoid it like the plague, the Black Plague. And those are my 2 cents. So thank you again and have a good one.